Hello, friends. Today we're going to talk about shapes. All right, so today's small group activity is called I'm Thinking of a Shape. So you will need for this activity some different shaped objects, blocks, balls, party hats, like the birthday party cone hats. You could use cups, different size boxes, paper towel tubes, oatmeal cartons, cans, different things like that. So you're going to talk to your child and just kind of talk to them about the shapes. Look, this is a cube, and it has 6 sides that all look like a square. So they can explore it and look at it. And you can talk about the corners. These are the corners and the edges. You could talk about how many edges there are. If you had a sphere, this is not a sphere, but if it were, you would talk about it and say, well, this doesn't have any corners because it's round. It's a sphere. Okay, so you would compare that. Then you could talk about a can, how it's flat on the top but round on the sides. Trying to think what else, but just kind of just talk about the shapes and their attributes, whether it's got what shapes like it has, if it has triangles, circles, rectangles, ovals. Just talk about their attributes. So then you could describe the shape. So put the objects in front of you and describe the shape. I'm thinking of an object that has 6 sides and they're all squares. And hopefully they would pick up the right box, the cube. Okay? So you can do that. Then you could also, if you have, say, geometric shapes, and then you could have them match it with something in everyday life. For example, if you had one of those geometric shaped cones, you could say, what in real life looks like this? And maybe you have a picture of it. So like maybe an ice cream cone. The waffle cones look like a cylinder or a cone. So you can talk about that. You can have them match the objects. If you have a cylinder, you could, they could match it with a paper towel roll, a can, a tube of biscuits. If you're brave enough to play with those, because when they bust, it's like, Anyway, you can, also the cone, the party hat would match with the cone. So there's different things to do. A coffee can is like a cylinder. So you could do that. Another thing is ask the child to describe the shapes of the geometric solids and everyday objects in their own words. So ask them to describe it. I know you might say, well, this has edges and corners and flat sides and curved sides. Let them explain it in their words and see how they come up with it. And encourage the child to identify other objects in the room that match your description. So, maybe you said like the cube with the 6 sides that look like a square. Maybe they pointed to something else in the room that looks like that shape. And then have the child switch the role. Have them describe it and you guess. So that's always fun. And if you do this activity at home, some questions to think about to reply back to your teacher. What shapes did the child identify and describe? Was the child able to determine the shape by the attributes you named? Again, the attributes are the describing words. And how long was the child able to attend to this experience? So, did they do it for 5 minutes? Did they do it for 3 minutes? Did they do it for 20 minutes? That kind of thing. So this is a fun activity that you can do on a cold day inside the house or, rainy day, whatever. So this helps them to learn more about shapes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.